Imagine a weapon that doesn't destroy buildings, but deletes civilization. In a single millisecond, a silent flash in the sky just kicked us back to the 1800s. Your phone is now a dead slab of glass. The power grid is melted. Your bank account? It doesn't exist anymore. There is gas in the tanks, but no pumps to pull it. There is food in the stores, but no refrigerators to keep it. The digital age is dead, and the countdown to total chaos has begun. This is the first week of the Great Blackout, and you are not prepared for what comes next. Hour zero. No siren, no fireball. Just a high-altitude whisper that redefined reality in less than a single nanosecond. The E1 pulse, an invisible electromagnetic shockwave, vaporized every semiconductor and microchip within 1,000 miles. Modern life was instantly uninstalled. By hour two, kinetic chaos hit the highways. Hundreds of thousands of 2-ton vehicles lost throttle control, power steering, and ABS brakes at 70 miles per hour, turning interstates into miles of burning metal. Cell towers died as their solid-state controllers fried. Above the clouds, commercial airliners drifted blind, cut off from radar and satellite navigation.
We lost everything!
While the world stared at dead glass screens, the slow-moving E3 pulse delivered the fatal stroke. A massive geomagnetic surge crawled along high-voltage transmission lines, pumping thousands of amps directly into grid transformers. Deep inside their steel armor, copper coils melted into slag. You can't reboot a melted transformer, and you can't forge a new one without power. By hour 12, SCADA control networks dissolved, killing municipal water pumps. Faucets hissed and went dry. As total dark swallowed the continent on night one, millions locked their doors, holding on to one desperate lie: the government will fix this by tomorrow. Dawn brings no answers, only quiet horror. By hour 24, the emergency batteries powering surviving cell towers drain to absolute zero. The last faint signal dies with a click. Total, unyielding isolation sets in. By hour 30, money becomes a ghost. Desperate crowds overwhelm bank branches, encountering locked electronic vaults and lifeless ATM screens. Credit cards are useless plastic. Digital savings are trapped in fried server farms. Even paper cash loses meaning when registers won't open and supply lines freeze. Wealth didn't just disappear, it ceased to exist. By hour 36, the transport grid flatlines. Gas stations sit atop thousands of gallons of subterranean fuel, but without electric pumps, that liquid energy is unreachable. Surviving mechanical vehicles strand themselves on empty tanks. Cargo trucks stop moving. The nation's circulatory system dies. By hour 48, the blackout turns fatal. Hospital diesel generators hit their physical limit and burn their final gallons. ICU ventilators stop. Temperature-sensitive vaccines and blood supplies spoil. Emergency dispatch is dead, leaving millions of cries for help echoing into an empty void. As night 2 falls, panic solidifies into terror. The realization hits home. No cavalry is coming. Hour 54. The just-in-time supply chain fractures beyond repair. Modern supermarkets operate on a strict 3-day inventory cushion. With 0 truck deliveries and dead commercial freezers, panic turns into mass looting. Within hours, every store shelf within 100 miles is stripped down to bare concrete. By hour 60, a quiet biological threat poisons the city. Without electrical pressure, municipal water pipes experience back siphonage, pulling raw sewage and contaminated groundwater directly into dry residential lines. Driven by unbearable thirst, millions drink stagnant water, unknowingly introducing deadly pathogens like dysentery and cholera directly into their bodies. By hour 66, the thin veneer of order disintegrates. Police officers abandon their posts to protect their own starving families. Neighborhoods weaponize, transforming suburban streets into fortified choke points defended by armed residents guarding their last remaining cans of food. By hour 72, the critical 3-day survival threshold, the human psyche snaps. The civilized citizen vanishes. The desperate predator takes over. As night 3 falls, the skyline bleeds red as uncontrolled fire spread unchecked, with 0 fire departments left to answer the call. Dawn breaks through a thick haze of acrid smoke. By hour 78, localized urban fires ignite full-scale neighborhood blazes. With dry hydrants and dead dispatch systems, entire city blocks burn to ash, driving tens of thousands of displaced survivors out onto lawless roads. By hour 84, a catastrophic sanitation crisis takes root. Without working toilets or waste management, raw sewage accumulates in apartment complexes and streets. Vector populations, rats, flies, and mosquitoes explode, turning dense urban centers into biological hazard zones. By hour 90, the pharmaceutical wall crumbles. Millions reliant on cold-stored insulin, blood pressure medications, and oxygen tanks exhaust their personal supplies. In dark bedrooms and silent emergency rooms, the chronically ill begin to die quietly, completely unrecorded by a dead healthcare system. By hour 96, government authority becomes a ghost. Scattered military units, blind without satellite comms or clear chains of command, fail to hold territory. Localized gang networks seize control of natural water wells and surviving grain silos. Night 4 arrives with a chilling realization. The modern city is no longer a home. It is a mass grave in the making. By hour 120, an invisible nuclear catastrophe unfolds in the shadows. Dozens of nuclear power facilities, operating on exhausted backup diesel generators for 5 straight days, lose active cooling to their spent fuel pools. As water levels boil off, exposed zircaloy cladding begins to overheat, threatening localized radiological contamination that no dead monitoring system can detect. By hour 132, economic reality resets to human primeval roots. Paper currency, gold, and digital wealth are officially worthless. The new economy operates on a strict survival barter system. Calories, purified water, antibiotics, and live ammunition replace the dollar. A single bottle of water commands a family's heirloom. A box of penicillin trades for a firearm. By hour 144, the psychological weight breaks the human spirit. The lingering hope of government rescue evaporates into cold, permanent grief. As darkness settles on night 5, mass despair takes hold, and thousands choose a swift exit over the slow agony of lingering starvation. Dawn on day 6 marks the official death of the modern city. By hour 156, urban centers transform into rotting biological hazard zones. Driven out by rat infestations, unburied bodies, and toxic waste, the great exodus begins. Millions march out of the concrete jungles on foot, forming endless columns of desperate refugees along highways jammed with dead steel. By hour 168, these highway arteries turn into brutal gauntlets. Stripped of shade, water, and security, thousands collapse from severe dehydration, dysentery, and ambush by roving highway factions. Those who reach rural farm belts encounter armed property owners defending their last crops with lethal force. By late night, the concept of a unified nation is completely erased. In its place, localized feudalism takes root. Armed militias and local warlords seize absolute control over surviving deep-water wells, grain silos, and bridge crossings, taxing helpless refugees in blood, food, or forced labor. "168 hours. One full week in the dark. As dawn rises over motionless, blackened skylines, short-term crisis crosses a terrifying mathematical threshold into permanent civilizational extinction. EMP Commission data projects that by day 7, the downward spiral becomes mathematically irreversible. Humanity hasn't just lost power, it has been violently hurled back 3 centuries into a pre-industrial dark age. But unlike our ancestors, modern society possesses no localized farming infrastructure, no draft animals, no offline supply chains, and zero natural immunity to medieval epidemics. By nightfall, the illusion of rescue is buried forever. The high-voltage grid cannot be rebooted. The supply chain algorithms, industrial blueprints, and agricultural knowledge locked inside fried server farms are gone. Modernity was not paused, it was permanently uninstalled. We built a world of glass and light, trusting microchips with our food, our water, our money, and our very survival. We convinced ourselves that technology made us gods, forgetting that a single high-altitude shockwave could erase 3 centuries of human progress in less than a nanosecond. Tonight, as you look down at the glowing screen in your hand, remember this. You are holding the thin, fragile wire that separates comfortable modern life from brutal Stone Age survival. Because when the lights go out for good, the true monster waiting in the dark won't be the pulse. It will be us.